Hello everyone, my name is Paula Convers and today I want to talk to you about how the schools kills the creativity. A few days ago I was watching videos and I found one that caught my attention. It was a video of the educator Ken Robinson and another talk from Team Unique, in which I remember that they talked precisely about this topic. But before talking about them, I want you to understand what creativity is. Creativity can be defined as the process of having original ideas that have a certain value. Last year, I looked a lot about creativity, and something that caught my attention was that Picasso mentioned that all the children are born artists. The problem was to continue being artists when they grow up. That got me thinking, we are not creative on our own, or is the education the one that makes us less creative? Continue to with Mr. Robinson. For him, creativity is about imagination, it's about self-expression and divergent thinking. Basically, he thinks like Picasso. He thinks like Picasso because for him, creativity is natural, is something you are born with. He also mentioned that creativity is an alternative to literacy, and it is often shown by those with academic difficulties. These people, according to Harvard psychologist Howard Gardner, who describes this as an alternative or non-cognitive form of intelligence. I thought there are people like Tim Leunick who think that you are not born being creative, but that it depends of the previous acquisition of secondary knowledge. That is to say that it is something that they teach you, and therefore it is a cognitive competence that occurs from a substance within domains of particular knowledge, domains that the illiterate cannot access. Well, you may be wondering, why do these differences matter, or what are its implications for schools, particularly those that value cultivating students' creative? Okay, the answer is that they matter because they illustrate how insignificant is to speak of creativity in abstract terms, as if the word describes the same thing in different domains, when, as the Robinson and Unique dispute shows, it clearly does not. The skills developed by training and practice are really generalized to other areas and are in fact closely related to specific training. It is certainly useless and probably wrong. It's like critical thinking. Critical thinking is a large part of most specialists and disciplinary professionals are required to describe what they want to say with critical thinking. You are likely to find similarities in the response of students, like mathematicians and the historians. In short, it is believed that they are describing the same thing, but it is not in this way. And the same goes for creativity. Creativity is not a single thing. but a complete collection of similar. Is a different process. Creativity, for example, creativity in math is not the same as creativity in individual arts. In Robinson's talks, he mentioned the following: true creativity is based on knowledge, which in turn is based on literacy. Our schools, where children develop the literacy skills on which all further learning depends, are not killing creativity, but cultivating it by providing the foundation young people need to be adequately creative. And as evidence that school creativity, he give example of a girl named Gillian Lynn. At the age of 8, she was already seen as a troubled student with a probably learning disability due to her inability to stay still and concentrate. When her mother sought a medical explanation, the doctor told her to speak in private. Already when the two adults got up to leave, the doctor turned on the radio, and alone in a room where music was heard, the girl began to dance. And looking at her through the window, the doctor told her mother, Julian is not ill. He said, she is a dancer. And today she is one of the most successful choreographers in the world. Robinson then analyzed how the human creativity is being stifled by educational system and social expectations. He, with this example, explains to you that because our society stigmatizes mistakes, we become less willing and less capable of producing original content, fearing failure and not acceptance. So the real question is, do schools kill the creativity? Many people will say no, because if they are serious about cultivating real creativity across the curriculum, they need to remember that creativity describes a whole collection of similar but different processes. In other words, they need to understand the central place of the disciplines in the education and take them as their starting point in curriculum design. But there are other people who think that yes, it killed the creativity, because one of the key features of Kevin Robinson argument is that the standardization and industrialization of the British schools school system kill creativity and stifles individual creativity, artistic and other creativity thinking and creativity expressions. The truth is, I agree with Robinson, because if you realize, it is as he mentioned, in all countries the educational system established the same hierarchies of subjects: mathematics and language above, humanities in the middle, and the arts below. Why? Because children are educated in a very specific and targeted way, and current educational systems are based on the idea of academic ability. Since they were invented to meet the needs of industrialization. So that's all.